Now, eggs have become as rare as hens' teeth following the outbreak of avian flu. Chicken supplies are also affected, with the H7 strain of avian flu highly contagious and farmers battling to control its spread. Millions of laying hens and broiler chickens have been culled. Food importers say South Africans should brace for a chicken-less festive season this year. Now, eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hejana is following that story for us and joins us now to give us this update. Nobesuthu, a very warm good morning to you. I'm not sure it's the kind of news that South Africans want to actually hear about leading to festive season, that they might be without their chicken, they might be without their eggs, their favorite protein, if the prices haven't already gone up. But what's the reality on the ground in terms of what farmers are faced with?
Well, Dumela, I'll tell you this. Before we got here in Kraaifontein to speak to Ms. Joandra, we were driving in Woodstock and across town trying to speak to bakeries and small businesses in town just to talk about the impact. And most of them who did not want to speak on camera, they were saying that, it's a financial loss because now they're having to buy small portions of eggs, or the dozens, at a very high price, and talking about the fact that, without the government saying when is the quarantine expected to finish, so they're having now to compete with each other as they're buying eggs for very big prices. So it's expensive for the business, and they are also grappling with the fact that there's load shedding, so the businesses are struggling. But to get a comment, or rather an insight on the impact on farmers, especially those in the business of poultry, I'm joined by Ms. Joandra Kluti. Joandra, we were talking earlier about the fact that although in the Western Cape the impact has not been as severe as other provinces or up in the north, but talk us through about what you've experienced so far.
Hi, good morning everybody. This is really, it's not affecting us per se as right now, but it does have a ripple effect. So it makes things a bit more difficult getting our fertilized eggs, getting our stock here, because it's crazy. It's honestly very crazy. But once again, I spoke to you earlier and I said to you, prevention is better than cure. What we need to do as a farmer, because this is your business, keep to your biosecurity measures, your processes, make sure that your flock is secure, that your areas is clean, that you make sure that your business can continue after this hurdle.
We look at the fact that small businesses are struggling because they're having to buy at a very high prices, and we're also now looking at the fact that the government allowing retail stores to actually import. So talk us through about you guys at the grassroots, where you're saying that, it would be nice to get that support from the government as well.
Yes, what I think is, I understand the importance of food security. I am in the industry. I know our people need to eat. But then again, our farmers also need to keep on farming to sustain the jobs that we already created. So with that permit, I think it would be nice if our farmers get the opportunity to import the eggs and then supply to our clients, because that means we keep our heads above water, we can still sustain our jobs that we created, and we can service our clients as well.
And earlier you were also talking about the fact that, you've seen avian flu throughout the years, but this has been the worst that you've seen. Talk us through on that, and also having clients that have been traveling all the way from Namibia.
Girl, it has been the worst. It is the worst, and unfortunately, it is driving us insane. It is. And my customers have to come as far as Swellendam, Kimberley, only to secure their own businesses. So things is going to get harder, I know. Things is going to get tougher. But what I'm going to ask our communities and our consumers is support your farmer. Support us, buy from us directly if you can. Support us in a way that we can support you guys and keep on doing what we do.
Your last words, Joandra, you do a lot. You're not just only producing these beautiful chicks that we see behind you, but tell us about the other restrictions that you can't do at the farm due to the quarantine.
The other restrictions will obviously be that We can't move as freely as we want to. We have to be cautious of where we go, who's coming here. Our customers need to park a certain distance from our coops. If you do want to visit our store, you need to either be seated in your car or we have to sanitize you. If you come with other passengers, we then have to ask them to be seated in their cars. So it can create a sense of the customer not feeling as welcome as they did in the past, where everybody comes, greet, walk in, look for what they want. Now we basically have to go to them to make sure that we still render that awesome service that we're known for.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Kluti. Well, Tumelo, that was Joandra Kluti. She runs the Our Poultry Place here in Kraaifontein, talking about the impact, but also saying that, I mean, they're trying as farmers as much as they can to service their loyal customers. As she was also mentioning to us that she services those small-scale farmers at her particular place, and also appealing to the government to also consider farmers when issuing those permits to retail stores to be able to import eggs, and also look at their role as those on the ground and those who are in the industry in the country, to also be able to keep their heads above the water.
From what I'm hearing from, the farmer there that you have, Nobesuthu, is that they want to still be able to sustain livelihoods because they do employ, a lot of people in these farms. They still want to be able to provide the food. So those permits, according to her, would go quite a long way. We'll keep a close eye on this because it will be much of, an issue, not only for consumers, but for farmers as well, leading up as well to the festive season. eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hejana will leave it there, colleague, and come to you when there are developments right here on eNCA.